Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Parrot. This is gonna be a short video because I'm only going to give you an update on the bull flag of the 4 hour. If this is the first time you watch one of my videos or you missed the video in the morning in my updates on Twitter, Telegram and Instagram, the quick executive summary is that we are in this bull flag in here on the 4 hour and we are using this to monitor a potential continuation of the breakout from the top of the flag. This is just not any bull flag on the 4 hour, but if this thing, ladies and gentlemen, breaks out from the top, there could be some faces melting over the weekend if we saw a push to grab the liquidity on the top end. But in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit down, we're gonna look again at the data, and we're not gonna just assume it's gonna happen. That is what beginners do. In this video, we're gonna challenge that hypothesis and we're gonna look for sources of information that could make this setup fail. If we do fail finding those sources confirming that it's not gonna happen, maybe, only maybe, it could happen. Guys, if you like this type of content, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I put out one of these videos. And since today, there were a few comments complaining that every time I start the video, I talk about the likes that we had in the previous video, and I encourage you to help the channel by hitting the like. I posted this tweet that got 124 votes. And here, guys, is the results. The poll is still open. I left it open for 2 days. So if you strongly think that I should not talk about the likes, just go ahead into my Twitter account. If you don't use Twitter, I put the same poll on YouTube communities. Just go to my channel on YouTube and find the tab where there is this discussion. I'm gonna count all the votes from both platforms. By the end of Sunday, we can decide. But it seems to be that there's already a trend towards continue doing it. And since the results are not yet on stone, let me have the pleasure to tell you that today's video got 440 likes. And I have the feeling that that is a lot because I asked you to hit like. Thanks so much for that, and let's go into the content. So there is a U-turn when it comes to interest in Bitcoin today. Just today. Yesterday there was like 20 somethings. We were still in that range of being between 16 and 22 and no one gives a damn F about Bitcoin, just like end of October in 2020. 4 years ago, previous cycle, same time. We got the second rate cut. We got a pro-crypto president in US, and guess what? We went from 18 today in the past days into 38. That is more than double, which is amazing. If we have that last massive, huge leg of the bull run, we should be seeing retail coming back, and we are starting to see signs that they're coming back. This is very positive, guys. It's very exciting. Yesterday we have one of the largest, if not the largest, inflow on the ETFs, and I'm getting anxious to see what's coming up today as well, but we still don't have a reading, at least on fairside.co.uk. Let me know in the comments if you already know it. Today is Friday, and I'm also keen to know at what price we are gonna close, at least in UK time. On Fridays, the last reading of the price is at 6 p.m. and now it's 6 p.m, 10 minutes past, so possibly on the next candle we're gonna close. Let's assume we close at 77k because we are more or less around there. Price is moving. This is CME price, 200 more expensive than on typical exchanges, and we are kind of getting what I was asking for this morning, which is to see a price as high as possible, pretty much next to the all-time high. Leaving that CME price at close very high means that if over the weekend we come back down, we build a big gap, and if then price continues going lower, eventually needs to come back up and close most of the gap as quick as possible. That is pretty much what the history of the price action on Bitcoin has done in all this range, with just a couple of exceptions. So hopefully in the next hours or minutes, actually, we don't see any move down. And let's go to the core of the video. In the morning, I talk about this bull flag. We've been up, we've been down, we've been just going sideways, and I've been all day keeping you up to date with what's going on with the liquidity pools, with the bull flag. 4 hours ago, we spot this liquidity at 77k, and particularly on Telegram, we've been discussing how things are evolving. If you want to get these posts during the day for free, you can get them on Twitter, Telegram, and Instagram. But specifically on Telegram is where most of the discussion during the day happens and when I reply the most questions, if I find time, of course. And here's the thing. If we look at the scalping liquidity, you can see that 77 up until 77.1, it's red. There is just a tiny bit in here above, which is located at 77.3. Then the yellow spans up to 77.4 and the green up until 77.5. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. And the breakout area that we discussed yesterday was RSI 74. In the price, RSI 74 right now is $77.561. So we need to make a move of 1.55% up to start hitting the resistance once again, okay? And here's the thing, to get there, we're going to need to use as fuel this liquidity that we are talking about. But pretty much at that point, it runs out and we have just blue after, and then green again at 78.5. So I'm not saying that we cannot do it. I'm just saying the same I said in the post on Telegram in the middle of the day. Liquidity is increasing. Let's cross fingers for the shorts to add enough in here up until a point where this area becomes a no-brainer for the market maker to hit versus what there is below. At the moment, yes, we have red right next to the price. But what is the problem with that red? That red ends at resistance, not above resistance. I hope you get the point. We consume the red and we get there. And after that, we have weaker liquidity pools. So can we break out above thanks to those liquidity pools? Maybe not. Maybe thanks to ETFs buying like crazy, over-the-counter orders, or something that pushes the market up. But not thanks to a huge amount of liquidity right there relative to what there is even higher or lower. So try to understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying that at the moment, I don't see it as a extremely highly likely scenario playing out in the short term. Second reason is because we are going into weekend. So we are expected to see volume to come down. Out of the 10 or 100 past weekends, probably we can say that 95, 98 of them were just flat going sideways. So yes, we need kind of a miracle for the breakout to start playing out suddenly on a Friday night into Saturday. Well, hopefully we get it. But my goal in this video is to make you aware how I feel about that. Then you do what you have to do, of course. Looking at the 6-month chart on FIRE charts, material indicators, you can see that the wall right here above the price has increased to 80 million. So I interpret this increase suddenly. I don't recall how much it was a few hours ago, but I don't remember seeing this that large. 80 million is pretty large. And then yes, above 78.7, we also have 80 million again. But it feels like market maker wants to now hold the price right there, or is just trying to trick us. You know, you always have that secondary argument. But now we are seeing as well that the brown whales have taken a dip in here and the blue are going sideways. So although I started the day thinking that that liquidity at 77 might help, when sitting down on my desktop and looking again at this and doing the calculation of the reverse RSI, I'm a little bit more dubious. I'm even thinking, what if we take this at 77.4, we hit the resistance, and things to being in the weekend, we start just going sideways up until maybe Monday or maybe Sunday into Monday. Then the liquidity comes back, we see something more substantial. I think over the weekend we should at least take the 75.2 fair value gap. Is just there hanging, of course, if we don't get that miracle during the weekend. And from the point of view of delta coming from liquidations, the wall continues to increase. Now it's 857.62 with the longs at huge risk of liquidation. So maybe is this wall what is now preventing this continuation? I don't think, I wouldn't expect that over the weekend we clear out all this wall, but maybe part of it is doable, in which case focus on these areas of liquidations in here at 72, 74 and 75. One or some of them might get taken, again assuming that that resistance holds. A 4-hour candle close above RSI 74 in the price being 77.561 is just extremely bullish. That will make things a lot more crazy than what we have already seen in the past week. On the other side, there is this 4 actually daily candle in here about to close above this first CPI BR level of resistance monthly for the November month, which is quite bullish if we manage to close above this. It can make a lot easier the idea of hitting 82k. I'm also monitoring this. A daily close below 76.3 confirms that it's still a resistance as well. And this morning I gave you an update about the balance sheet of the Fed. Make sure you don't miss the analysis talking about this potential breakout in here, and feel free to miss the update about the dollar and the gold, because pretty much things have turned the other way around during the day, which is crazy. We are back with the dollar above the resistance, and we are back with the gold below support. They are by the hour taking turns. It's just crazy. When are they going to decide both of them to break down and give that flow of cash into Bitcoin and risk on assets so we can all start celebrating once and for all? Guys, if you're looking for an exchange, top-notch, high-quality, API available to trade with bots, full of tools, Bybit is my choice. If you use the link in the description to sign up, 30,000 bonuses based on trading volume and the lowest fees to trade as well. If you want an exchange hassle-free, no KYC needed, no VPN, then go for Bluffing. That is the one I use to open 2 accounts in 5 minutes, and you can open as many accounts as you want. All of that thanks to not needing KYC anywhere in the world, available to trade with all the leverage that you need, altcoins, Ethereum, Bitcoin, deposits, withdrawals. I told you, hassle-free. Link is in the description. Again, I'll see you in the next one tomorrow.